It was nearly Christmas on the island of Sodor. Every engine was hurrying to finish all their jobs from the holiday rush. One of the busiest engines on the island was Percy. He has to take the mail train with all the letters to Santa on it.
A lot of letters this season, eh, Percy?
I think this might be the most letters we've ever had.
Will you get my letters to Santa on time?
Oh, of course. I'll get these letters to him as quickly as I can.
Thank you, Percy.
Once all the engines had finished their work, they all went to rest and tend the shed. This particular night, Edward was telling a story.
There once was a Christmas train attraction known as the Santa Express. The engine who worked the attraction's name was Reginald. He would pull his Christmas train every year, but eventually times got tough and the attraction was no more. The rolling stock from the attraction was sold to the Northwestern Railway, but at the time they didn't have the money to afford Reginald. Since nobody wanted him, he was sent to the scrapyard. It is said that every Christmas Eve, Reginald lurks the depths of the shadow, looking for his trucks.
That's preposterous. Edward, my dear fellow, I think your age has started getting to you.
Well, Gordon, I guess we'll see.
Oh, thank God, there's a point.
Is the ghost real, Thomas?
Don't worry, Percy. It's just a story.
Preparations for the Christmas party at Knapford Station were being made. Suddenly, Percy rocketed into the station.
I can't find my mail cars.
Where did you leave them?
I left them in the yard near the coach shed, but they're not there anymore.
Well, the party's about to start, so we better find them soon.
Thomas and Percy started on the hunt for the mail coaches. Meanwhile, at the station, a commotion had started.
Where the heckle-who did the truck of Christmas decorations go?
I could have sworn I left them right there.
Suddenly, a strange-looking engine shot by the station, the mail car and Christmas decorations in tow. Followed by the strange engine was Thomas and Percy.
Follow that train, Edward.
Yes, sir.
As Edward inched closer to the mysterious engine, he began to realize something.
Oh, no!
What is it, Edward?
Do you remember the story from last night?
That's Reginald?
Yes, he's come back to claim his train.
How will we stop him?
I have an idea.
With that, Edward scuttled off onto another line. All of a sudden, Edward was on the line facing the ghost engine. The ghost engine slammed to a halt.
Reginald, it's time you stop this.
Edward, you ruined my life. You're the reason I'm dead, for crying out loud.
I'm sorry for what I did previously, but don't hurt these nice engines here.
You don't know what you've done. I used to be the star of Christmas on this island. But then the Topham Christmas special came along and I was left to rot in a siding.
Leave my friends!
I'll leave with my rolling stock and nobody gets hurt.
But you can't! You have the mail coach with all of the letters to Santa in it.
And the Christmas decorations!
And that's my problem, how?
Think of the kids. Think of how happy you used to make them. You will ruin Christmas for so many people if you do this.
Very well. I'll leave you for now. But sleep with one eye open. I'll be back.
And with that, Reginald disappeared, as if he'd never been there.
It's over.
Edward, what was that ghost saying about how you ruined his life?
Well, I didn't mention something. When I told the story, the Fat Controller opened a Christmas train that time, which the Santa Express couldn't compete with. I was the one who pulled the train. I was the reason Reginald was scrapped.
It isn't directly your fault, Edward.
I know that, but I still feel awful.
Well, there's no reason to dwell over the past. Let's get back to the party.
Soon after that, the engines went back to the party at Knapford, but they knew, one day, Reginald would be back.